Hi guys, welcome to Hansen Speed Shop. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. And we're going to be talking about some history of customizing Hot Wheels. And this could probably go towards customizing in 1/64 scale, just in general. I think a lot of people, I can't speak for everyone, but I think a lot of people kind of think that customizing Hot Wheels or 1/64 scale stuff is kind of a modern thing that just um, kind of started in the last few years. I would say that it's definitely gotten to be more popular in like the last couple of years than it's ever been, and a lot of that is thanks to YouTube, because now people can share their projects with other people and kind of see what other people are doing and get other people involved into this hobby. So thanks to the internet, it's kind of spread the hobby, but it's been around for a long time. Basically, since they started making Hot Wheels and Matchbox, people have been customizing them. And I've got three examples of that right here. I usually don't tend to buy customs that other people have built, just because I like to build my own stuff and kind of do it my own way. But every once in a while I come across something really cool that I just really dig, and I gotta have it. I picked out three examples here that kind of show customizing of Hot Wheels, almost from the start up into like the late 1990s. We're going to start with this car, which is a heavy Chevy. This car came out like around 69 or 70 from Hot Wheels. And this car is an example of a couple of things. It's not only an example of how you usually started out customizing Hot Wheels as a kid, but probably how cars would have been customized by kids, or in general in the late 60s or 70s. And that would have been, you just kind of got a Hot Wheel or old hand-me-down Hot Wheel and then just kind of repainted it, usually with a brush, and usually just using model paint. And you can see a little bit of kind of sloppiness where they got some paint on the windshield. And then sometimes guys would do like a number on the door, or Hot Wheels had stickers you could buy. I've seen that done before. I found this car at a thrift store, and a lot of guys nowadays would restore this, but I think that it just had a really cool look to it. They did the engine bay in gold and kind of painted the grill black. The taillights were just, that's how they came from Hot Wheels. When I found this car originally, the wheels were really beat up on it, so I put these repop wheels on myself, just because it kind of gave the car a nicer look. And I think I just wanted to keep the car this way, because I like the look of it. I like the history and kind of patina, and that it shows the early progression of where customizing Hot Wheels kind of started for everybody, because I'm sure all you guys out there when you were kids did something like this. And that's kind of where the origins of this hobby started. Just real simple and easy to do. And it's a really cool car. The second car that I have right here is this Hot Wheels Gremlin Grinder. I got this thing on eBay a couple of years ago, and it said that the person, they had a bunch of cars listed, and this guy built all of these cars as custom Hot Wheels back in like the early to mid 1980s. And this casting came out in the mid to late 1970s from Hot Wheels. It's got like the original Hot Wheels Rear Rider wheels on it. And basically he painted the car red, did a wheel swap on it, and that's about it. But yet this car looks like it could have come from Hot Wheels as part of their Rear Rider series from the 1980s. And I think it really would have been a cool car if they would have. And that's really the reason why I bought this car, is because I like this casting to begin with, I think it's super cool. I like the big blown Hemi, and just kind of neat that they did like a little street machine out of a AMC Gremlin. But I also like the look that the guy who made this custom did something that looks like it actually could have come from Hot Wheels back in the 80s, and that's super cool. I really liked this car, and that's why I had to have it. But this kind of shows not only that people were doing customizing back in the 80s, but kind of an example of what people would have been doing back then and what would have been available to do it with. And then the last car that we're going to take a look at is this one right here. This car was done by Paul Rowe in 1997, and he started with a 3-window 34 Ford from Hot Wheels, and then he channeled the car, got rid of the fenders, cut the chassis, and just gave it a super cool look, and then repainted the car in this really nice metallic blue. If you can kind of see in the lighting, it's got a super nice flake to it. I've seen this car also on eBay, and I just had to have it because I've been wanting to do a chopped or a channeled 34 Ford, and this guy beat me to the punch almost 20 years ago. So not only is this an example of customizing from the 1990s? You also put the car back in its original package, so people have been doing that for years also. Did a really nice job on that too. But it's a super cool car, and really, I always talk about doing things on a budget, or working with what you already have. This guy used everything that came on the car, including the original wheels and everything, just modified what was already there and gave it a repaint, and it turned out really cool. So I had to have that for the collection. If you guys know any more history on it, like maybe who made this car or something like that, that'd be really cool. Or if you know any more on this car, or if you guys have any other stories of early customizing that you've done yourself or remember, post a comment below. That'd be pretty cool. But I thought I'd just kind of share this with you guys and show you a little history on the hobby as far as I know. And that's about it. So we'll see you on the next one. Until next time, get out, work on your own projects, get your hands dirty, stay cool, and we'll catch you cats on the next one. Thanks for watching.